Everything, everything good. Mm, okay. I've really wanted to train in professional wrestling, ever since I was a little kid, and it's been so difficult trying to scrounge up the money, trying to find a way for it to align with my schedule. Everything about it is just it's become such a hassle. So I came across this website, and it didn't give me any information, no kind of like background. It just asked for contact information to sign up, and at this point I'm pretty much desperate. So I said anything could work. So I said, well, couldn't hurt to try it out. So I signed up. It just took me directly to this quote, and it's kind of weird. Like, this quote somehow, I feel like it's almost ingrained in me. It was very weird to see. It just said, "The fire reveals what the flesh conceals." And I'm just thinking like, oh, okay, so maybe I just signed up for like, some kind of like serial arsonist gang or something. And then I get this call around 2 o'clock, 2:15 in the morning, and they asked for me by name, and they just told me, be out front, have your gear ready, and a car will come out and pick you up in 5 minutes. At first, I thought it was like a crank call, like, I don't know, someone's trying to like just mess with me, but I haven't gotten a prank call since I was in middle school, and like, who calls someone at 2 o'clock in the morning? So I grab my gear, I trudge downstairs, I walk outside. I didn't even get to the end of my driveway, and the car had already pulled up. I get in the car, it's a driver and someone in the front passenger seat, and then the guy in the passenger seat turns to me and he just asks, "Why do I want to fight?" Which is weird, because like that's the same question they asked me in the sign up on the website, and I told him, I was like, this is something I've always wanted to do, and he looked at me. He's like, "That's not good enough. Why do you want this? Why do you want this?" And I told him, I want to make a difference, and I felt like the only way I really could was, proving myself that I'm strong enough to make a difference. He didn't really give me a response to that. He just kind of motioned to the driver, and the driver just pulled off. And on the way there, the driver hands me a contract, and he says, fill this out. It relieves them of all responsibility if something were to happen to me, if any bodily harm, if I get maimed, or if I die. I felt so happy-go-lucky. I said, well, what's the worst that could happen? And I signed it. And I said, like, what's going to happen? Like, am I going to fight someone to the death? Like, I was skeptical. I didn't know what this was entailing, but the guy just slowly turned back to me. He's like, "Tonight you are going to fight." So we get to this building, and it's obviously in some really rough part of town. I didn't know where exactly it was. Before I can even like ready myself and step out of the car, he just stops me and says, "Leave all your personal belongings here. We'll give it back to you when you're done." And that, to me, I was like, maybe I might be getting killed. I don't know, but I did as I was told. I didn't want to cause any more of a commotion than I'm already in, so I followed all directions, and I went in. There were people there, but like, some people wore masks, and just the people that didn't, they walked around with a sort of bravado, a different kind of confidence than the people without masks. People without masks almost looked as if they were waiting for, condemnation. And then everyone started lining up around the ring, and that's when I realized this is something like a fight club. Two people got into that ring at a time. They had 2 minutes to just to put it all out, and some guys went down hard. Some guys got beat up like I've never seen before. And then it was my turn, and I was so scared because like I'm not really one who gets into fights. Like I've been in fights before, but that's not my thing, and I've never knocked out anyone before. Countdown happened, and they yelled fight, and my opponent just charged at me, and I swung. I didn't even know what happened. I thought he tackled me to the ground, and then he wasn't moving, and then I've never knocked out a single person in my entire life, but when I saw that he was motionless, it felt kind of empowering. It felt good. Yeah, so I mean, after that, they just told me to come back tomorrow night. I kind of have a good feeling about it. Guess we'll see what happens, right?